President Trump just announced a $4,000 gift for seniors. But is this the massive tax break he promised, or something entirely different? In the next few minutes, you'll discover exactly who qualifies for this new $4,000 deduction, how much money it could actually save you, and most importantly, how this compares to Trump's original promise to eliminate Social Security taxes completely. I'll also reveal the one critical thing every senior must do before filing their taxes this year to maximize their savings, plus the bigger picture of what this means for Social Security's future. Welcome to Financial Area, where we break down the financial news that matters most to your wallet. If you want to stay ahead of tax changes and Social Security updates, hit that like button and subscribe for more money-saving insights. So let's dive right into what's actually happening here. President Trump has proposed a $4,000 tax deduction specifically for seniors as part of a much larger tax bill that's currently making its way through Congress. Now, before you get too excited, this is not the same as eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits entirely, which was one of his major campaign promises. Instead, this deduction is designed to provide targeted financial relief to seniors without completely overhauling the Social Security tax system. Here's exactly who qualifies for this deduction. You must be 65 years old or older, and there are income limits that determine whether you're eligible. If you're filing as a single person, your income needs to be under $75,000 per year. If you're married and filing jointly, that limit jumps to $150,000 combined income. These income caps are specifically designed to help lower and middle-income seniors, the people who need this relief the most. But let's talk real numbers here, because a $4,000 deduction doesn't mean you're getting $4,000 back in your pocket. Tax deductions work by reducing your taxable income, not your tax bill dollar for dollar. So if you're in the 12% tax bracket, a $4,000 deduction would save you about $480 in taxes. If you're in the 22% bracket, you'd save around $880. These are modest but meaningful savings that can help with everyday expenses like groceries, medications, or utility bills. Now, during his campaign, Trump made a much bigger promise to completely eliminate taxes on Social Security benefits. This is where things get interesting, because the $4,000 deduction actually targets different people than those who would benefit from eliminating Social Security taxes. Here's why that matters. Many seniors, especially those with lower incomes, don't pay taxes on their Social Security benefits anyway. You only pay taxes on Social Security if your combined income, which includes your adjusted gross income, non-taxable interest, and half of your Social Security benefits, exceeds certain thresholds. For single filers, you start paying taxes on Social Security when your combined income hits $25,000. For married couples filing jointly, that threshold is $32,000. So if you're a senior with limited income who doesn't reach these thresholds, eliminating Social Security taxes wouldn't help you at all. But the $4,000 deduction? That could still provide tax savings on your other income sources like pensions, retirement account withdrawals, or part-time work. The cost difference between these two approaches is massive. Completely eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits would cost the federal government hundreds of billions of dollars over the next decade. The $4,000 deduction, while still expensive, is far more targeted and costs significantly less. But here's the bigger concern. Eliminating Social Security taxes entirely would directly reduce funding to the Social Security Trust Fund, which is already facing a potential shortfall by 2033. This is crucial to understand. Social Security taxes don't just go into general government revenue. They specifically fund Social Security benefits. When you eliminate those taxes, you're essentially cutting funding to the very program that provides those benefits. The Social Security Trust Fund is already projected to be depleted by 2033, which would trigger automatic benefit cuts of about 23% unless Congress acts. Eliminating Social Security taxes would accelerate this timeline and make the problem even worse. The $4,000 deduction, on the other hand, comes from general tax revenue and doesn't directly impact Social Security funding. It's a more politically feasible approach that provides some relief without jeopardizing the long-term stability of Social Security itself. So, what do you need to do right now to take advantage of this deduction? First, understand that this is still making its way through Congress, so it's not yet law. But if it passes, you'll need to claim it when filing your taxes. Make sure you have proper documentation of your age. Typically, your social security card or birth certificate will suffice. Keep track of your income throughout the year to ensure you stay within the eligibility limits. If your tax situation is complex, consider working with a tax professional who can help you maximize not just this deduction, but all the tax benefits available to seniors. There are often overlooked deductions and credits that could save you even more money. Many seniors miss out on hundreds or even thousands of dollars in tax savings simply because they don't know what's available to them. But here's what's really important. Stay informed about legislative changes. Tax laws for seniors are constantly evolving, and what's true today might not be true next year. Sign up for updates from reliable financial news sources. Follow the progress of this bill through Congress, and don't rely on social media for your tax information. More importantly, use your voice. Contact your representatives in Congress and let them know what kind of policies would actually help seniors. While a $4,000 deduction is helpful, many financial experts argue that more substantial reforms are needed. For example, increasing Social Security benefits by $200 per month would provide immediate ongoing financial relief that would be far more impactful than a one-time tax deduction. Think about it this way. $200 extra per month equals $2,400 per year, every year for the rest of your life. That's guaranteed income that grows with cost of living adjustments, unlike a tax deduction that only saves you money if you owe taxes in the first place. For seniors struggling with rising healthcare costs, housing expenses, and everyday living costs, that kind of direct benefit increase would be life-changing. The reality is that while the $4,000 deduction is a step in the right direction, it's not the comprehensive solution that America's seniors need. We need policies that address the fundamental challenges facing retirees: inadequate Social Security benefits, rising healthcare costs, and the erosion of traditional pensions. A modest tax deduction, while welcome, doesn't solve these deeper structural problems. Here's my advice for every senior watching this video. First, absolutely take advantage of the $4,000 deduction if it becomes law and you qualify. Every dollar saved in taxes is a dollar you can spend on the things that matter to you, but don't stop there. Get involved in advocating for better policies. Join organizations like AARP that lobby for senior interests. Attend town halls with your representatives. Make your voice heard on Social Security reform, Medicare improvements, and other issues that affect your financial security. Second, take control of your overall financial picture. Review your tax situation annually with a professional. Look for other deductions and credits you might be missing. Consider strategies like Roth IRA conversions that could reduce your tax burden in the long term. The $4,000 deduction might be making headlines, but there are many other ways to optimize your taxes and increase your retirement income. Finally, stay skeptical of promises that sound too good to be true. Politicians love to announce benefits for seniors because it's popular with voters, but the devil is always in the details. A $4,000 deduction sounds generous until you realize it might only save you a few $100s in actual taxes. Always dig deeper into the specifics of any proposed policy to understand what it really means for your wallet. The bottom line is this: Trump's $4,000 deduction for seniors is a modest but meaningful benefit that could help millions of older Americans save money on their taxes. It's not the sweeping Social Security tax elimination that was promised during the campaign, but it's a more realistic and financially responsible approach that doesn't jeopardize Social Security's future. If you're 65 or older and meet the income requirements, this deduction could put a few hundred extra dollars in your pocket each year. But remember, real financial security in retirement requires more than just tax breaks. It requires comprehensive policies that strengthen Social Security, control healthcare costs, and ensure that every American can retire with dignity. The $4,000 deduction is a small step forward, but we need much bigger steps to truly address the retirement crisis facing millions of Americans. If this video helped you understand what Trump's $4,000 senior deduction really means for your finances, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Financial Area for more breakdowns of the policies and changes that affect your money. And let me know in the comments, do you think this deduction is enough, or do you believe seniors need more substantial financial support? Your voice matters in shaping the future of retirement policy in America.